Overweight hippie with sex problems. What sort of person talks like that? David Lee Roth, lead singer of Van Halen. And there's more where that came from, as Charles Rose found out.
1984 Nightwatch interview, David Lee Roth just turned a normal TV talk into a wild rock circus nobody expected. And what he said about fame and Van Halen shocked even the interviewer on live camera. In 1984, David Lee Roth, the iconic frontman of Van Halen, appeared on the television program Nightwatch for an interview that quickly became one of the most memorable rock star media moments of the decade. At that time, Van Halen was at the peak of its popularity, riding the massive success of albums like 1984, and Roth himself had already established a reputation as one of the most energetic, unpredictable, and charismatic performers in rock music.
Good evening, David.
Good evening, America.
Good evening, America. Why 1984, the name of the new album?
You read the book.
I read the book,
Here's the move. Here's the record. Now buy the t-shirts. It's more a statement of where Van Halen is at in 1984.
Where is Van Halen at?
I haven't the vaguest idea, but it's on the racks finally. It took us a year to make this new record, and it's still a week late, if that tells you anything about the way we run our business.
You mean no insightful answers about how Van Halen feels about 1984 and what he felt after reading Orwell's novel?
No, certainly. Van Halen is what is in behind the...
The Nightwatch interview captured not only his public persona, but also hinted at the complex personality behind the stage character. From the moment the interview begins, Roth commands attention with his signature blend of humor, confidence, and theatrical flair. He doesn't simply answer questions, he performs them. His body language is constantly active, his expressions exaggerated for effect, and his tone shifts between playful sarcasm and thoughtful reflection. The interviewer attempts to guide the conversation in a traditional direction, but Roth often redirects it with witty remarks or unexpected storytelling, keeping both the audience and host slightly off balance. One of the key themes of the interview is the nature of fame and life on the road. Roth describes touring as both exhilarating and exhausting, painting a picture of constant movement, loud crowds, and the strange isolation that can come even when surrounded by thousands of fans. He speaks about the discipline required to maintain high-energy performances night after night, especially during a period when Van Halen was touring almost non-stop. Yet even in discussing the challenges, he maintains a sense of excitement, as if the chaos itself is part of the art. The conversation also touches on creativity and performance style. Roth explains his approach to fronting a rock band as something closer to theatrical storytelling than simple singing. For him, the stage is a place where imagination and reality merge. He talks about the importance of visual presentation, costume, choices, and audience interaction, all of which became defining features of his career. This perspective helps explain why Van Halen concerts during the Roth era were known for their explosive energy and sense of unpredictability. As the interview progresses, Roth's personality continues to dominate the room. He often uses humor as a way to avoid overly serious questions, but occasionally he reveals more grounded thoughts about ambition and artistic identity. He acknowledges the pressures of success and the constant expectations placed on a band at the top of the charts. However, he reframes those pressures as motivation rather than burden, suggesting that the competitive nature of the music industry pushes artists to evolve. Another interesting aspect of the Nightwatch appearance is how it reflects the media culture of the 1980s. Interviews with rock stars during this era often balanced between entertainment and journalism, and Roth understood exactly how to play into that dynamic. He knew how to keep audiences engaged, whether through exaggerated storytelling or spontaneous humor. This made him both a challenging guest and an entertaining one, as he rarely adhered strictly to prepared talking points. By the end of the interview, viewers are left with a strong impression of Roth as more than just a rock singer. He appears as a performer who is constantly aware of his audience, even in a one-on-one conversation setting.